Hey John here. So we got this 2017 GMC, and the missus got into a garbage can, probably full of garbage, because it caused quite a bit of damage. The front end, there was a big giant dent here. Probably have some pictures of it, but I didn't film it. Big dent here, and the door wouldn't open. It was kinked. Had some damage there, and also towards the rear there was a scratch. So she went right down with the garbage can, and I pulled the dents out. Like I said, I didn't show anything like that. I'm not a body technician, like auto body, anything to do with that. I actually don't even like doing that stuff, but I did end up taking like a slide hammer suction cup deal on an air compressor and getting the main dent out. And then I went, I took the wheel off and the skirt behind it, or the fender liner there, took that off, was able to get behind there and kind of massage it out with like a ball peen hammer, just keep working the dent out. It's not perfect, but at this point there's no cracks in the paint. It's going to have to be as is. If you get up close you'll see some dimples, but anyways, the reason for this video is just to, like, if you want to paint, well, you see there's a missing fender flare, and what happened to that, it just got popped out and she didn't realize there was any damage, but the thing was just dangling in the wind, and eventually it cracked or bent, and then it was dragging, so it's no good. But I just got a new one from Rock Auto, and it's plastic, so I just wanted to see if we can do this ourselves as far as getting the paint in a can, like a rattle can, and getting clear coat, and see how close we can make this this car look. Well, not new again. It's a 2017. What's that? 6 years. That's why I'm not going to add body filler and get all crazy. I just it looks good enough. This is for just do-it-yourself thing. Just see if we can do it ourselves and get away with having it appear okay. It's not 100% for sure, but anyways, let's I'll show you the fender we got, and we're going to try to paint it to match this and clear coat it, like I said, as if you won't even see anything. So let's see how we do. So this just came in from Rock Auto, and it says it's primed. I'm not quite sure, but it just looks like plastic, but I'm going to assume it's primed. So we're going to do a few moves on this, but it did come with the there's a part number, if I think that's a part number. I don't have my glasses on, but it was fairly cheap enough. I forgot the price, but it came with these. I wasn't sure because in the description on Rock Auto, it never said anything about these plugs. But I ordered however many there are, 16 or whatever it was, 20 maybe. So I got some extra ones, but they're cheap enough. So again, I didn't know if they came with it, but clearly it does. And one is missing. On his end here there's a missing tab, but this one's also different than the rest of them, so I'm not quite sure about that, but it is a square deal like the rest of them. We assume that will just pop out of there. I don't know, let's just leave it in for now. These I've got an old one here. This is one that made it. Most of them didn't make it. They all broke basically when they hit the garbage can, but the ones that were left, even some of them broke getting them out. So this is an old one, like I said, but I got new ones, so I'm just seeing if it would help. Yeah, so that's going to slide in there. So whether I take this one out or not, I don't know why it's an oddball one. Maybe because if you have to do perhaps a headlight or get your bumper cover off, maybe you have to detach a couple of these, and maybe these are more brittle than these. I don't know, but it is clearly different. But anyways, let's go with the first step. I'm going to do is just wash this thing up with soap and water and let it dry a little bit to get maybe perhaps fingerprints. I got some dirty hands going on here. Get rid of that, and I see some smudges, and perhaps there's some kind of protective coating. I don't know. We're just going to wash it up with soap, just plain soap and water, and then move to the next steps. So Napa also had a bunch of aerosol cans that some stuff that helped the base coat stick to plastic. They had some kind of aerosol can that did some cleaning for plastic and all this. I'm just going to use soap and water just because we're just talking about a fender flare here. I'm not too worried about how this is going to come out. I mean, literally I could put this on the car just as is, this black. It's not obviously going to match to the paint that's on the car, but it's going to be close enough. But I do want to kind of just go through this, see if we can get it matched up a little better. So I'm not too worried about the body work, the filler, the body filler. Like I said, just pulling a dent out. So I just wanted to make a video, see if, you know, as a do-it-yourselfer, we can do some paint from, you know, without a compressor, without, you know, proper body, you know, like a regular body shop would use. Just using it, something we can get from a Napa parts store or wherever you're going to get it. So, like I said, this is going to be quick and easy. If it comes out good, fine. If not, like I said, we could have just put this on as is. Not worried about it. So I'm just going through with this 600 grit wet dry kind of sandpaper. I got, oops, there's 2 sheets there, didn't know that. I got this from Napa too. Everything came from Napa actually. So just scuffing it up really, and I'll take a like a terry cloth, or what do we call them, cloths. Wiped off the dust. That's all I'm going to do, right? So I was going to soap and water this thing again, but I'm kind of in a hurry because I got some snow coming, so I want to get this at least painted in clear today. So I'm just going to use some Windex to clean off, you know, what we just sanded. Not clean it up, but, you know, get whatever dust, I guess, and just do it that way. Like I said, this the Napa, there was only one Napa around me that actually did this, you know, mix the paint and put it in an aerosol can. But I was just looking at the thing here. It says Chevrolet, you know, all these codes. I do see 384 Alpha. That was my code, my paint code. But when I looked it up on different websites, it said Mosaic Black Metallic, and for some reason this says Black Meat Meat Kettle Metallic, 2016 to 2023. I don't really care. I mean, this is probably going to be close enough if it's still wrong, you know, not exact, but I gave her the paint code, and Patty said this is the paint, so we're going to go with that. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to shake this up and go around the edges. Just paint it once, wait 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, do it again. Do it 3 times. Again, I'm not worried about this too much, so. It's actually more than 2 inches. So the first coat was just like barely got anything on there, but it is looking a little better. But again, it's not looking great. Well, I don't know if I'm going to wet sand this paint, you know, with like a 2000 or something. I don't know yet, but let me do at least 2 more coats. At least the 3rd coat, that should be a lot better than this. This has got 10 minutes to dry. So it's not really getting dull, right? Flashing or whatever they call it. And I was looking at this can, it says acrylic urethane enamel. So now I'm wondering if this thing is, you know, because it was touch-up paint, you know, custom filled. If they're thinking that, you know, you're not going to use clear coat. I don't know. That's a problem, right? So that's a 4th or 5th coat. It looks like it's getting a little cloudy there. I don't know what that's about. It's not really cloudy over here. Huh. That, hopefully, well, the cloudiness looks like it's going away, actually. Maybe shutting that heater off. I don't know. Once again, this ain't my cup of tea. I could put it on the car like this, actually. I'm still gonna clear coat it, but this this last coat kind of smoothed everything out. Well, I'll be damned. So it's the next day. I go to put a clip on the back, so I'm touching it, you know, and it didn't really feel tacky, but I left some fingerprints, and I try to wipe it off. This is the polyurethane finish, right? So I try to wipe it off. Then it looks dull there. So I guess because at first I wasn't going to clear it because the polyurethane, it was already shiny. I was like, I don't think you're supposed to clear over polyurethane, but at this point now it's got a dull spot. Well, I just popped this activated this can, so we got, I don't know how much time, but I can't get a definitive answer on the old inner tube there, whether you can put this 2K you know, clear coat over that polyurethane base coat, you know, because the original can of paint I thought was going to be the flat, you know, like regular car paint, but it wasn't. So this is either going to work, I got to shake this for 2 minutes, or it's not going to work. That piece is like $45, so I'll have to buy another piece if this just destroys it, and because I'm not sanding everything down, I'm just going to get another piece and send it to my friend. All right? Let's see what happens. Alright, I'm going to give it 10 minutes between each coat. Alright, so that's the third coat. That is like a piece of glass. That really came out good. If it stays like that, I'll be super psyched. Huh, that really works good. Interesting. Alright, so I ended up putting 4 coats, 2 that were kind of light and 2 were kind of heavy. And it came out good, I think. It's like that glass finish, so hopefully it stays like that, and the 2 paints, the polyurethane and the clear coat, don't do something stupid in the future here. But now all we got to do is let this dry and put it on the car, see if it matches. I brought this inside just to let it dry a little bit faster. So I don't know if you can see that, probably not, bad lighting, but I walked in the house and tripped on a throw web and it hit the bench. Little chip. I had some touch-up paint like the pen kind, you know, and I touched up, but otherwise it's looking pretty good, pretty smooth. We'll just let this thing dry, then I'll put it on the car. Alright, so it's raining now. I gotta be quick about this, but it's popped on. It looks pretty good. It's a little dark out to tell if it's a dead match, but it's good enough, close enough, considering this thing was all dented up and pushed in, and you know, for a do-it-yourself or in a rattle can, we're getting away with you know, just the cost of the part, the paint, cost of the paint. That's it. So it's pretty simple to do. I answered the question: can you put 2K clear coat over a polyurethane? No one really seemed to have the answer on the internet. It's been a day, been getting bubble up, and you know, any reaction to it. So I guess you can. Anyways, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. See you next time.